Hello internet, my name is Lave and I've been busy of late, so I haven't had the chance to go and see, let alone review films such as Crazy Rich Asians, which I hear is getting a lot of buzz, and films like Mile 22, which I'm not losing any sleep over. But I'm back in the flow now and I was really up for going to see a really funny movie. Unfortunately, I watched Night School, which stars Kevin Hart as a high school dropout called Teddy, who now works as a barbecue salesman, who's good at his job but doesn't earn him the big bucks compared to his girlfriend or his extravagant lifestyle. And when he accidentally blows up the store, he's got to find a new job, but in order to do so, he's got to get his high school qualifications. So he enrolls in Night School, bringing him head to head with the tough teacher Carrie, played by Tiffany Haddish. So this one is directed by Malcolm D. Lee, who was the director of Girls Trip, which also starred Tiffany Haddish. It's also got the producers of Ride Along, which starred Kevin Hart, and you can literally see the thought processes that went into this one. We've got two funny people, let's put them into the movie and see what happens. And it's not like they don't have chemistry, they do, they just resort to the lowest common denominator for their humour, where they pull faces at each other or get into slapstick fights, making fun of Kevin Hart's size, putting him in a chicken suit. Not exactly comedy gold. I don't know what it is about Kevin Hart movies, I don't really find them funny. I think he as a person is funny. Whenever he's done talk shows, I think he's hilarious. And the same with Tiffany Haddish, with what I've seen of her so far. But all of Kevin Hart's movies just feel like they're the same. He's playing the same character. He's playing Kevin Hart. And on top of being yet another Kevin Hart vehicle, the premise itself feels very generic. It's a very paint-by-numbers film. For example, the soundtrack choice feels like it's been plucked from one of those royalty-free music websites where you type in funny background music and then they just went with the top choice. They're like, oh, that'll do. Oh, but we've got to get a recognisable song in there. Well, how about Hey Ya by Outkast? Genius. And it's the same story with the supporting characters in the Night School that Teddy befriends along the way. They're all there for their own reasons and their own problems, like Chloe from 24 is in a repressed marriage, for example. It's nice to see her on screen and her character's arc does get resolved, but all of the other supporting characters, like Rob Riggle, for example, he's the guy who pops up in mostly Will Ferrell movies as the big doofus who's always shouting. Well, he's doing exactly the same in this. It's not very inspired. And that's this film's problem. It's not funny enough, and every time a joke sort of made me smile, it outstayed its welcome, and 5 minutes later, they're still on the same joke. And none of them have any real edge to it. This film has definitely been cut to make it more family friendly in an attempt to get children to go and see it, but I just don't see them finding it funny, and it hasn't got the edge for adults to find it funny either. It's a harmless movie. It's got quite a decent message at its core, at never giving up and you've got to work hard to achieve what you want to achieve, but it's just not funny enough. And for a comedy, it's a long film as well, clocking in at about an hour and 50 minutes with the credits. And when characters say, oh, it's going to be a long semester, I was sitting in my cinema seat thinking, it's going to be a long movie. So that's my thoughts on Night School, and pause the video if you want to take a closer look at my enjoyment tracker now. I think even die-hard fans of Kevin Hart will admit that this isn't his funniest film. I certainly didn't think so, but then that could have been due to the fact that I was literally the only person in the cinema watching it, so I didn't have that infectious energy of everyone else laughing. But then I suspect even if the cinema was fully packed, this film still wouldn't have made the grade. So thanks very much for watching this review. I really do appreciate it. As I say, I've been busy with other stuff at the moment, but I'm getting back into the flow of things. On Monday, I'm going to see a screening of Fight Club on the big screen, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm going to talk about that. We've got Venom later on in the week, so keep an eye out for those reviews. Thanks for watching this one. As always, I really do appreciate it. If you can, give this video a like, and don't forget to share the Lave. Subscribe.